Guys, I'm upset. I was working on a script for this video and it deleted itself. I don't know what happened. I use Notepad to make scripts and I think I tabbed out or I pressed Shift Tab on accident. I don't know what I did, but it deleted itself and I have no script now. So this is just gonna be a completely unscripted video. But yes, as you guys can tell by the thumbnail, Terraria and Palworld have a crossover, and that's pretty crazy because Terraria still hasn't gone to 1.4.5, which is the Dead Cells crossover, and so this implies that it could be another update, possibly a 1.4.6 or even a 1.5. I am on that 1.5 hopium right now. All right, 1.4 is pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, but we have to end it on a 5 interval basis. You know, everyone loves some 5 intervals, right? I love 5 intervals, so yeah, 1.5. Please, Relogic, give us 1.5. All right, that can finally, please. If any update's gonna be the last update, it needs to be 1.5. Right. Anyways, so I saw Chippy Gaming make a video on this. I saw some posts on this, and I said, no, I'll throw my hat into the ring too. I'll make a video on this. So my name's Eatmaster21. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and make sure to like. If you don't like this video, dislike the video, but please subscribe. So you should subscribe anyways. Right. Anyways, yeah, there's a few things I would love to talk about right now, and that's about what this update could possibly entail, and what are the ramifications of this update. Because as you guys know, Palworld, its parent company, or the company that makes the game, Pocket Pair Incorporated, right? They're under, I think, a lawsuit for infringement of patent rights, if I remember correctly, by Nintendo. And you know, there's worse things, right? There's many forms of torture, right? And ultimately, everyone gets sued by Nintendo in the end, right? Because apparently, Nintendo also owns a patent for ghosts too, right? And it's pretty funny to make fun of Nintendo for suing just everyone under the sun, but it's also kind of scary, right? Because you know, Nintendo, right? It's pretty bad for game developers, right? Because if Nintendo has like this monopoly on just like patents, then I don't know, what can we do at that point? But this video is not about that. This video is more so about the update. But I do want to talk about, like, if let's say Nintendo successfully manages to get rid of Palworld on the Steam library, what happens to this update? Because I feel like it's such an odd time to announce an update like this, especially with Palworld and its controversies around the lawsuit of Nintendo. So announcing this update, I don't know what this was supposed to necessarily mean, but you know, we can speculate on that all we want. However, I want to talk more so about stuff that's fun. No, enough doomer mentality. All right, Palworld's not gonna go away. Hopefully, this update should go fine. I don't think Relogic will get any legal trouble with Nintendo. Probably not. Because this is more so about the mechanics of the game and not the way, that the. See, this is why I need a script. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just rambling. But yeah, it's not the actual Palworlds that are getting sued. It's the mechanics that, like, you catch the pals that are getting sued. Okay, and yeah. So I want to talk about, like, what this update could be mostly. That's what I really wanted to talk about in this video, because Chibi Gaming has some good ideas, but I really want to build up on those ideas, because yeah. So let's talk about, like, the precedent of crossover updates, because there's a huge array of updates, like a huge array, right? I want to talk about them from what I think were the greatest updates and what were the minor updates that just really add much, but they were still crossover updates. Now, I think the least, the update that added the least content was Project Zomboid. I don't even know if people know they had a crossover with Terraria, but apparently the Spiffo plush has a 0.07% chance to drop from zombies, and this was added 1.4.4. Right, and yeah, I didn't even know that was a reference. I honestly thought that was a modded item this whole time. I didn't know Spiffo plush was a vanilla Terraria item. But that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The next one is Minecraft. I think Minecraft just adds in the creeper set, and it adds in the Windows text title of Terraria. Also try Minecraft, and Minecraft has the same thing as, also try Terraria. And then the next one might be Edge of Space, where it adds in the SDMG. The dolphin gun you get from the Moon Lord. Yeah, so it's a weapon, so that's pretty cool. Then maybe Pixel Piracy. It's a crossover with Relogic's own game. It adds in the Falcon Blade, Pirate Minion, Gingerbeard, Pillaging Me Pixels painting, and Sail background wall. And then I guess what else? Oh yeah, One Drop, right? Is that a crossover? I guess it's a crossover. It's a real like company that makes yo-yos, but essentially it just makes yo-yo runs possible. This was a 1.3.0 update. You know, it's a pretty good update. I like yo-yos. I don't really use them that much though, but they're pretty cool weapons. You know, I think the Terrarians are really cool. But that's not a. I don't think that's part of the crossover. I think that was already in the game. And then there's Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is what, you know, it adds in like 2 pets. I think that's it. It just adds in 2 pets. And then the 2 big ones, the really big ones, is the Don't Starve Together and the Dungeons Defenders 2 update. These two are huge updates. Alright, so let's talk about Don't Starve Together first. Don't Starve Together adds in a lot of items. It adds in some paintings, it adds in some summons, some weapons, all those things, right? It adds in a boss, adds in the Deer Clubs, and adds in a secret seed. Right, the constant. And then Dungeon Defenders 2 makes sentries like an actual separate class, and it gives them some pretty cool weapons. I think the maxed out ballista, lightning aura, and explosive traps, and the flame burst. Is the flame burst a good one? I don't remember which one the good one is, but yeah, those are all pretty good. It adds in 3 mini bosses. It adds in a new NPC, and yeah, it adds in the whole event, Dolden's Army. It's a pretty good event. I think that's pretty fun. I really do. And yeah. So let's talk about like what this could be now. Where do I think Palworld update is going to be? Now first, I think we should talk about the Dead Cells update, because obviously that's the one that they have announced first. That's the one they've shown content for. They've shown the weapons, they've shown the items. We haven't seen any boss or anything like that, but I don't think there's going to be a boss. And I think that's like in between the Stardew Valley one and maybe the Don't Starve one in terms of content. Maybe Dungeon Defenders 2. They could add in some enemies and stuff like that. I don't think so, but yeah, it could be a cool update that will just like, you know, because they've been hyping it up for some pretty big time at this point. Obviously, the update's more than just Dead Cells, right? But it's a pretty big update, and content from Dead Cells. There's a lot. I haven't played Dead Cells myself. I have a bunch of friends who have played Dead Cells. So, yeah. And now with the Palworld update, I'm not sure what they could add. I'm really not sure, because this one's kind of like an enigma to me. Because Palworld is like a open world survival game, so I'm not really sure what they could add. They could add in, you know, summoning weapons. They could add in, let's see, I haven't played Palworld in a long time. I played the original Palworld update. I 100% of the game, and I've not played it since then. But I know there's like this little boss thing you can make, and you can summon a boss from there. It's a pretty difficult boss because it has a bunch of health, but I'm not sure they're gonna add anything like that. They're probably not gonna add any bosses. Maybe some food. There's some food items they could add. I know Palworld has a bunch of food items. They could add Paldium. I don't know. They can make some like Palworld related stuff. It's gonna be the only good blue ore in the game. Cobalt is not real. You know, the other one, Palladium. I get it. Cause Palworld, Palladium, Paldium. Right? It's pretty funny, right? Those don't really add in like, you know, much. But I'm not really sure. But I think, because Terraria crossover updates are called crossover, right? So obviously there's going to be some reciprocal content that's going to go to Palworld. And I think I have some pretty good ideas for what it could be, especially in terms of enemies and pals themselves. Obviously it's like probably not. This probably add in like the Knight's Edge or something like that as weapons. Knight's Edge would be a cool weapon to add. I don't even know, like the Mini Shark. Pretty good weapon. I think Chibi Gaming, like basically I agree with most of what Chibi Gaming has to say about this update, but I want to, like, you know, as I said it previously, I want to build off of what he has to say, because I believe this update will be bigger than what it seems, and I really want to get into that, because from going through the pre-hard mode enemy lists and the enemy list in general, there's a lot of cool candidates that could be weapons. I think, because obviously if you're doing a crossover, you want them to have like a sort of icon ability when they're in the game. So it's like when you see that enemy in the game, you're like, all right, that's from Terraria, right? That's what you think, right? And when you see a weapon in Terraria that's from Palworld, you say, all right, that's from Palworld. So what are some good candidates for them? I think there's 2 I have in mind that Chibi has not said: the Wyvern and the Eater of Souls. I think those could make a really good palace, right? I think especially the Wyvern, because the Wyvern's like featured on a lot of promotional art for Terraria. It's yeah, it's a great icon for Terraria. So is the Eater of Worlds. And yeah, I also think there are some minor like ones that they could add, but probably not gonna add. Mainly the giant antlion swarmer. I think that's a really good candidate. It's like a giant insect. I don't think does Palworld have any giant insect pals. I don't really think so. Not that I can remember. I haven't played Palworld in a long time. I think the Chimera would also be like an Ignis variant of the Eater of Souls. I think that'd be pretty cool. Try to see. Just going through over the wiki. The Basilisk, right? The Basilisk. That sounds like it would be a pretty cool pal to have, like a fast land pal. They could add in the Archwyvern. I doubt they would. The Archwyvern would probably not make it in, but because it's not in the current version of Terraria, so no one really knows what it is. Yeah, maybe Pixies, but they're pretty basic. They don't really necessarily have to be a reference to Terraria. A Mimic pal would go pretty hard. All right, imagine a Mimic pal. That'd go pretty cool. Like a chess pal, like, cause there's chests all over Palworld, right? And imagine having like one of them be like a Mimic. But then again, that kind of like that's already like blurring the line between Pokemon, because I know Pokemon has a pretty similar thing going on over there. Yeah, but honestly, that's like obviously I think the corrupt bunny, like some form of the bunny, is gonna be in Palworld. Angry Nimbus, like a cloud pal, that'd be pretty cool. That's honestly all I can think of right now. Ooh, maybe the Evolution Beast. Evolution Beast would be pretty cool. But those are some vague enemies. I don't think most people know what the Evolution Beast is, because they spend all their time in the Nebula Pillar in the air, so they never see this thing anyways. Yeah. As for some like extra things, maybe Duke Fishron as a boss, like in Palworld, like a Duke Fishron boss. That'd be pretty cool. Has some unique moves. You can maybe catch a Fishron as a pal. Yeah, maybe iPits will make it in, but I feel like it has to fit the art style too. I think a giant floating eyeball won't necessarily fit the art style. I think there are some things that do fit the art style. I think Duke Fishron would definitely fit the art style for the most part. Yeah, and what else do I want to talk about? I think that's pretty much it, actually. Yeah, pretty like a short video, but just want to get this out there because I feel like Relogic's been facing the final update allegations for years. Alright, I think what was their first update that they said was their final update? I think it was 1.2, maybe 1.1. I think it was 1.2 actually. That was the final update, and then 1.3, 1.4, 1.4.5. Yeah, I think we're getting to 1.5. I think there's no way we don't get to 1.5 before Terraria 2 or something comes out. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If you like what you saw, hit the like button, press subscribe. It's kind of a boring video, but it's also a quick video. Won't be that difficult to edit. Yeah, just wanna voice my opinion, because I love voicing my opinion. So yeah, make sure to hit the like button, press subscribe, and until then, peace.